In a world searching for cleaner, smarter ways to live, one development rises as a blueprint for the future: the 2267 Lifestyle Estate, a development that redefines the future of sustainable living. Each block on the entire estate is powered by solar energy through a central 50 kVA inverter and battery system, ensuring electricity 24/7. Each unit has advanced air conditioning and heat exchange system, cutting energy usage by up to 70%. This is the first project to use full double glazing on all doors and windows. SPC anti-scratch floors designed to last 50 years. Moisture-resistant plywood cupboards, crystal carbon doors with permanent color that never fades. This lifestyle estate features a mini golf course, paddleball court, saunas and steam rooms, swimming pool and gym with techno-fitted equipment, clubhouse, braai areas, children's play zone. Each apartment speaks excellence in every corner, including each balcony fitted with a gas braai. Fully fitted kitchen with Smeg appliances, dishwasher, fridge, oven, microwave, extractor, sleek, modern and uniform finishes throughout. A landmark development showing not just how we can live, but how we will live tomorrow. Who is behind it all? Let's find out.
The word Thaton comes from the word theta, which is the soul, the essence of a human being.
I've been with Thaton since 2016.
It's Thaton that has gotten us to be where we are at the moment.
In the heart of Harare, where opportunity meets hard ground, a new skyline is rising, a bold vision. The 2267 Lifestyle Estate has become a symbol of what is possible when innovation, courage and teamwork come together. As the sun rises, so do the hard workers who have dedicated a portion of their lives to help build the vision. They sign in, gather together, and so the day begins, telling the story of success. On a day-to-day, how does it all work? And what does it mean to some of the workers?
You want to work. Chekutanga is the inspection of the safety of the scaffold first. And Mr. Sosa inspector scaffold. Our scaffold go. You are kushanda pandikini pababu. Chechipiri aufanira kushanda pa scaffold uri one. There has to be someone anenge akamira pasi, either achindikina then takukwira pa scaffold. Taisa scaffold yedu ya inspector ya bo yaiswa ladder and everything is fine. Then tokwira ne ladder ready toenda panzvimbo yatiri kushandira.
Noita zve plastering ne skimming. Basa rangu kana nchiplaster ndinotora dhaka nchidai. Nchinamira kuti ndikapedza ndo aina ndodai ndoshainisa nchishainisa ndotora corner tool yangu ndoti inside corner tool yangu.
Tinonimutsa kusendi chekuti zvikwanisiro ndizvotimutsa. Tinosangana nemachenza akasiyana nemafamilies, tinenge kuchengeta mafamilies. Tinana mai nana baba tivakuwasha tichida kuwachengetawo kuti vararame mune zvakanaka.
Zvinoita kuti tiri panapa Thaton ka ikambani yakarongeka pane mamwe makamana takamboshanda. Saka tinouya tichiziva kuti zvatiri kuyazoshandira kwatiri kuenda kwacho kunu kwakanaka, kunu kwokuti tinofara tiri koko tichiwanawo zvatingatashandirawo tichidzokera kudzimba kwatikatasiya muti.
Panapa ndaane 2 years ndichishanda panapa. Tiri panapa isusu tiri ma-subcontractors at Thaton. Tiri vabatsiri vanovabatsira basa ravo kana rarema. Saka kubva mafloods achitanga takatanga neblock 1 irori zvikayesa atenderere. Izvozvi taakuita riri pakati iro ndo ratakusimudza kuti rimwe riri pamusoro pane vakomana vari pamusoro avo. Tisu futi tiri kuriita tiri ma-subcontractors.
Totikudza kuti vazhinji vauye kuti tigadza zvakanaka here vachasitarisa here and there. Pane chine chakaipa achitarisa asi tatitarisa hedu ndekuti tigadze zvinhu zvakanaka. zvinotora vanhu maziso kuti anopfuura anotomumira kuti ndiri kuitekwa ende chinhu chakanaka ichi kutoitawo dzimba dzakanaka.
Mabhosi anga ari right anogona kutichengeta kubasa kana mari isipo vanoita kuti mari yedu iuye, vanoshingirira kuti vagadzirise nyaya dzinenge dzichitambudza panapa.
Pano paThaton tinonakirwa zvakanyanya nekuti mari dzedu dzinobudawo sekuwirirana kwatenge takaita, saka hatina zvichemo zvakanyanya kuwanda zvedu, uye zvinongofadzawo kuti tisi tiri kurova muturikidzanwa iri kuenda mudenga. Nerimwe ramazuva ndichadarika nenzira iyi ndichienda kwaMutoko, ndakagara namadhamu pasaiti. Madhamu, munoona vanhu pakanaka zvekudaro apo, tisi takapaita ipapo. Saka ndinotenda Thaton zvikuru neutungamiri hwayo hwose, hatina dambudziko rakanyanya.
Aiwa, pari pazviri zvekushanda mabhosi edu nevashandi tinoshandidzana mune zvakanaka. Vanobatawo vashandi zvakanaka, zvese zvatinodawo tinoitirawo, zvavanodawo tichivaitirawo. Machallenges andakaona panapa kubva ndiuye parain season kana iri nguva yemvura inoita kuti basa ridzoke kumashure, because scaffolding inenge isingazodi kunyanya kugara panhu panenge pakanyanyotota. Saka ndiwo machallenges nemadelays atinowanzosangana nawo panguva yekunaya kwemvura.
Built by Thaton Property, this remarkable development has achieved what many thought impossible. From the 2025-2026 UK-based international awards, Thaton Property received not just 1, but 3 international awards for residential development, 20+ units, architecture, multiple residences, apartment/condominium projects. That is phenomenal excellence, sustainability, and innovation. Who is behind these designs?
On this project, I was looking at the construction of roads, sewer reticulation and water reticulation and the storm water.
I'm the project manager for this project, 2267 Lifestyle Estate. I'm responsible for coordinating a team of highly brilliant architects, quantity surveyors and design engineers, civil engineers.
I do civils. I am the civils clerk. I'm responsible for these yellow machines. I'm responsible for ordering everything civil that you see around here. You look at the cage pits, you look at the roads, you look at anything that is besides structural.
The role mainly here is making sure this project is done within budget, is done on time, and the desired quality is met. For us, what we did was to first of all start with one block, so that each and every challenge we face in this block, we have to learn.
The finished unit gives a clear picture of what we're doing with the other buildings that haven't been finished yet. And if you see the out of this world finish that we've done on that finished unit, it can tell you so many things about Thaton Property. Actually, it's a visual. You actually see what we can deliver as Thaton Property. It's not just like we saying, but we deliver up to our promise.
The most basic thing, like for example, putting up a slab. You've done it so many times. It's the same slab, the same people, same materials, and then one day, one crazy day when everyone's running around being busy, your deck collapses. It's frustrating, you know, and you're thinking to yourself, I can't start this again. So you just need to take a break, have a joke, and laugh about it. I mean, you can't undo it. So that's one of the small things. Well, it's a big thing, but yeah, small things. I've done one project with Thaton along Second Street Extension. It was one of my best projects. Then I went out and sowed my wild oats for a while. Then I heard about this project, and I came back. I'm excited to be here, like really excited. I thought the opportunity for me had passed, but it's not.
The 2267 Lifestyle Project is very integrated, and the way they've delivered the system, it was well coordinated. As you can see, everything is running well. It has been like this
since the genesis, and from when I started with the company, it has been an exciting moment every day.
It's such a refreshing feeling to sell something that people actually appreciate.
Every detail behind this remarkable development tells a story of sustainability. Each block is solar powered by a central 50 kVA inverter and battery system servicing the individual units. This means that through a smart management system, you are guaranteed power at all times.
These cupboards, as you see them, this is not original. This is not just normal melamine boards. This is plywood, one of the best materials ever to be used in construction. The advantages of plywood, especially if we are using them in a kitchen area is a wet area. If we are using the plywood in kitchen areas, this is moisture resistant.
There is an air conditioning system in all apartments using a minimum amount of power where the heat exchanger takes the heat in the normal air and concentrates it, bringing it into the house and vice versa. The energy generated is used to drive the heat to heat the geyser. The whole development is energy sufficient, marking a 70% reduction in energy consumed. This is the first project with full double glazing on all doors and windows. There is a 5mm glass on both sides with a 10mm compressed gap in between the glass. The double glazing controls the temperatures, noise pollution, and also provides safety in the apartments. This is more than housing. The anti-scratch SPC floors are durable for the next 50 years. Cupboards are plywood in the kitchen area, which is moisture resistant, durable, and does not chip off. The color on the carbon crystallized doors doesn't fade because of the permanent PVC film layer. Practical beauty built to endure. On this lifestyle estate, you will find a mini golf course, paddleball court, saunas, steam rooms, swimming pool, gym with techno-fitted equipment, clubhouse, braai facilities, and children's play area. Inside, excellence lives in every corner. Every apartment has a balcony fitted with a gas braai, a kitchen fully fitted with Smeg appliances, dishwashers, microwave, oven, extractor, fridge, taps, sleek, modern, and uniform. It's a lifestyle, one that respects people, community, and the planet. Speaking of respect, there is that aspect of a balance of gender, women empowerment.
This is a brilliant and prestigious project that I've ever seen in Zimbabwe, one of the best.
In terms of investment, Thaton Property or 2267 Lifestyle Estate is the only estate or where you can get a mortgage term for 5 years buying in an exclusive residential estate like this.
I joined the 2267 project when I was under Thomas & Partners, which was previously known as Southland Consulting Engineers. So during this time when we started, we went through the feasibility stages of the project, that is to see how best we can fit all of the blocks that you see here today on site, picking the strategic positioning for the sewer treatment plants. After that, we went through the statutory approvals with Council and Ministry of Transport. For example, the junction that you see as you enter the estate, we were part of that. So I was able to be a part of the design and planning phase of the project, and today I get to be a part of Thaton Property and also watch as the project is being implemented.
It has been quite a journey. At the beginning, you look at a project and in your mind, you convince yourself that you won't be able to get that project through to completion.
We have discovered that most people can't afford to buy properties in Zimbabwe, once-off payment, and most of the properties, they are very, very expensive. And most clients have to go to banks and get mortgages for them to just purchase a property. But we as Thaton Property Company, we have come to you and offer the best affordable prices with great installments so as to eradicate the fact that clients have to go and get mortgages. So this is one of the best solutions that we have offered.
Even on investments opportunities, this is the perfect definition of real estate investment, because you only pay 40% deposit in 3 months, then balance over 5 years.
you know, working with a great team, with a great leader, Mr. Ben, you always find yourself, you know, at a point where you just say, wow, we have done it.
Behind this achievement stands a family, men and women working side by side, each one driven by purpose, each one believing in the same dream, to prove that Zimbabwe can build to international standards. They've faced challenges, economic, logistical, environmental, but each obstacle only sharpened their resolve. They built brick by brick, not just structures, but trust, innovation, and pride.
Homes and properties are living spaces. They are places where people get to express themselves either professionally or with their family. And we wanted to capture that when we provide a space solution, it's got to be talking to a person's soul. It's got to be talking to themselves very deeply. After a very amazing career in South Africa, where I had been the business person of the year, given by Absa Bank, the biggest bank in Africa, the Herald newspaper from South Africa, as well as the Nelson Mandela Business School. I'd reached a pinnacle in my career, but everything came down. I lost everything. My businesses were all sequestrated. And I came home to see my parents. And it was probably the best trip I ever took, because I came back and, Zimbabwe has got so many opportunities, so much low-hanging fruit. And I came back with those eyes of an experienced property developer. And I just saw that this is the place of the future. This is the place you want to be. This is the place where you can do projects that really make a difference, that really make an impact in people's lives. Projects that touch the theater in everyone.
The issue of affordability for us is not a problem. Most of the people that have bought into our development, without mentioning names, people who are medical doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, retired people who have resources, or children who are working but who have parents who could put a deposit for them. So affordability has not been our challenge.
In Zimbabwe, our property sector has been set up in a way that access is very easy. Unlike in many other countries, here you buy a stand, and in many instances you can buy a stand for cash. And then you buy your 3/4 stones, your sand, your cement, a few bricks, and you already start building. You get up to foundation level. So the way our market works is getting into property. There are so many sectors. There's high density properties, high density pieces of land. Access is there. So for young people wanting to get into the property sector for the first time, my advice would be go and look at the multiple developments out there. Buy yourself a nice stand, all right? And you can get stands for around $5,000 and even less in some instances. And then you start to build from there, and then you're in the property game, then you're in the property market. And after that first property, who knows, next you might be, in Zimbabwe, and then a few years after that, you eventually end up at a 2267 type project.
We've had to deal with suppliers. Sometimes you go past, the deadlines of payments, but we have formed great relationships, and we are where we are now because, of that management of the finances that we have done, and I am happy that I'm part of this project.
Ever since we started this project, we haven't encountered any challenges with NASA because we've been very compliant right from the get-go. We've been paying religiously all our dues, so we haven't encountered any problems with NASA or any other statutory body.
The challenge that we have faced is the issue of the lack of mortgage finance, especially in Zimbabwe. We do have young people who are working in good jobs, say in the pharmaceutical industries, who could afford to pay a bond. But because the banks do not offer mortgage finance, those people, some of them would have been cut out.
The problems and the challenges were immense. But you know, if it's not challenging, it's probably not worth doing. Zimbabwe is not for the faint-hearted. Zimbabwe is for visionaries, people who can see beyond the immediate challenges or see beyond what the media likes to paint as a very negative picture. I think if you really know where you want to go, you will always find a solution. You will always find a way. Things were difficult. You know, the first big project we did here was the Medical Specialist Center in Belgravia. That project took us 4 years. 4 years we were on site. And we went through multiple currency changes, and it was so difficult. It was so difficult to get to a point of completion. But I suppose at the end of the day, when your product is finished and you can look at this beautiful building, it makes it all so much more worthwhile. I'm not saying Zimbabwe doesn't have challenges, but what country in the world doesn't have challenges? There's nowhere where you're gonna go where it's gonna be a simple, easy path to do amazing things. They say you've got to be a little bit crazy to take on some of the projects that we've taken on, to take on some of the challenges that we've taken on. But we embrace that because we are professionals at what we do. We enjoy and we love what we do.
These awards that are coming, they're testament to the great work that has been done. Effort has come from all parties. The team has performed as a unit. What I can say is we're now more than a team. We're now a family. And it makes my job as the head of finance much easier.
We are very protective about our quality. We've got to make sure that if there are going to be any mistakes, let the mistakes be done on paper during design stage. The last thing you want is to start construction and then you realize that your design wasn't done properly enough, and then you're making changes through the middle of construction. That's very expensive. We are so jealous about our quality that we've decided to do all of those critical functions in-house. So we have architects internally that are at the top of their game. They've come out of some of the leading organizations, property development organizations and architectural firms out there. We have our own engineers that have also come out of top practices. And we do that to jealously guard and protect our quality, to make sure that by the time we start off a foundation, by the time we start any kind of civil construction, we have been through our design several times. We've workshopped it, we value engineered it, and we make sure that it's optimal. And that helps us develop better quality. The other key thing is on the cost management side. So we have our own quality surveyors internally, unlike an external quality surveyor whose fees are based on the cost of your project. So, if a quality surveyor is external and they're going to get more money when your costs go up, what do you think is going to happen? So we bring all of that in-house. We pay our team very well. People are very well rewarded. So they're incentivized to work for the organization and ensure that our cost management is optimal. And then we build internally as well. Because our quality, the last thing you want is to appoint a contractor who might take shortcuts in the construction, not do everything that is required in order to save a little bit of money and make a little bit more profit. We look after the construction as well. So it's a full service from design, inception, design, detailed design, costing, internal procurement, construction until handover.
We received a call from the International Property Media. These people are the premium award-giving organization in real estate in the world. And they said, we think what you are offering here can compete in the world. And I spoke to the bosses and they said, go ahead and enroll. They then told us that we had won the Africa Property Awards in 3 categories. And for me, this was the best thing. This is the best thing that has happened to me in working in this role.
Got an email from them and they wanted to get more details on the project because they thought that we could be a good project to enter the awards. And the process was intensive. It was about 2.5 months. We had to submit all of our design drawings, all of our specifications, details of all of the products that we were using. And we went through various stages, and more information was required at each stage until we made it to the final cutoff. And then there was a long period of silence for about a month. And then finally the phone call came in to our marketing director, Strive. Strive was the key person who put all of this information together with the rest of the team supporting him. And I mean, I tell you, it was, I'm still lost for words. You know, because throughout all my career in South Africa, it was always the biggest guys, the Zimbabwean properties, the Investec properties, all of these big guys used to get this kind of recognition. And then for us to get that recognition at an international stage, for our first major residential development in Zimbabwe was just, I'm lost for words. It was amazing. It was absolutely exceptional. And we are so proud. And we think it's an award for Zimbabwe to celebrate. The world is recognizing that world-class residential projects are being done in Zimbabwe. And we're very proud of it.
Okay, winning the award was a great reward for what we'd gone through. First of all, with the hotel we were meant to do, and it just stopped because of COVID. You sometimes start questioning, are we doing things right? Are we doing everything right? Have we done everything we possibly could have done? You know, and here, there will be teething problems when we're doing these projects. Timbers rise, timbers fall, that's part of construction. So yeah, so it's a justification that we're actually doing something right, we're doing something great, and there's a reward for it. If you put the hard work in, you always get rewarded.
So when he said it, actually came in, and then he's like, guys, because he was walking around, actually he wasn't walking, he was running, holding Strive up in the air. Strive, you did it, you did it! And then he was so excited, and we were like, what's going on here? So then he came back in, he's like, guys, we won the award.
For me, this is the best thing that has happened to me, even to the organization working for Thaton Property. The day that the results were announced, we were sitting in block number C and we're cheering as the results were being announced, and we're laughing and we're clapping our hands. Afterwards, the boss grabbed my hand and we ran into the yard, and the workers could see that something big had happened. They didn't know what had happened. And then my boss picked me up, and then he tossed me in the air, and then we were cheering. It was a refreshing feeling. I was very happy.
And now, as the sun sets on Harare, the 2267 Lifestyle Estate stands as a testament to what can happen when heart meets hard work. It's a new chapter in Zimbabwe's story, one of resilience, creativity, and excellence that echoes far beyond its borders. If you can think it, it's within your reach.